Good day, students. Welcome to your examination-based conduct classes for 2019 at Institute for Open Learning. Your course is Diploma in Policing. The subject, Investigation of Crime 2B. Your subject code is Pold Ioc 12. Your tutor is Master Tamarek. I'll be presenting you on the exam-based conduct class. My number is 081-247-4088. Once again, welcome to Investigation of Crime 2B. First of all, we'll look at our outline of the presentation. And our examination structure, we'll be looking at the continuous assessment, how it's calculated. We'll be looking at your examination preparation, and during the examination, what you need to have and what you need to know. Your structure for your examination is that you will be writing a 2.5-hour paper. And this paper will be written examination of 120 marks. Answer all the questions. There will be true and false statements and other short questions of marks ranging from 2 to 25. Additional to that, the paper will consist of long questions of 10 to 15 marks, sorry for, on the previous slide we said 2 to 25, it will be 2 to 5 marks. All questions in the examination paper are from the content of the study material provided by IOL. Once you go through the study guide and any other material that you are provided, you might not go wrong. You are not limited to the study guide only. You can consult any other source. You can consult with books on the subject matter to gain more knowledge on the subject matter. Your continuous assessment BERM model consists of one assignment of 120 marks for model of 12 credits. Because this subject carries 12 credits, the marks obtained will be calculated as follows to give you your year mark. Mark obtained divided by 6 times 5 to get you the final mark out of 100. A 50% continuous assessment mark is required for admission to the examination. So if you don't attain 15% in your assignment, which is your continuous assessment, you will not be allowed to write the exam because you need to have 50% sub minimum to be attended in the examination. And I hope I'm clear on this one. A final pass mark of 50% is required in your examination. So it is calculated against, or whatever mark you obtain is calculated against 60% of the examination mark and 40% of your continuous assessment. Meaning that sub-minimum of 50 must be attained in the examination. Example, suppose assignment, the continuous assessment mark is 50. Your examination mark is 50. Now your continuous assessment will be calculated against 40% and your examination against 50%. So as a result, you obtain 20 and 30. If you count together, it gives you 50. So your final mark must be 50 and above for you to be regarded as a student who passed. Anything less than 50, you will be regarded as you fail. There might be border cases there where supplementary exam might be allowed. If it's anything under correction between 45 and 50, the institution can consider allowing you for supplementary exam. But otherwise, you fail. Make sure that you visited your regional offices, your portal, for you to obtain the examination timetable way before time, because that's the only document that will indicate when you are writing, where you are writing, what time you are writing, and what subject you are writing. In the absence of that, you might study one subject that is not written even on that day and just come at the venue and find out that you are not supposed to write this subject today. So consult your officers to obtain your timetable in time. Do not contact the subject tutor for timetable and administrative matters. Am I making my clear, my students? I hope I'm clear on that. I'm not working at IOL, so I don't know what and how they are dealing with administrative matters. Therefore, I'm requesting you to only call me on issues regarding the content of your study or the subject that I'm presenting and not administrative issues. You need to have your timetable and your student card at your exam venue, because whoever is at the door of your venue will look at these two, perhaps together with your ID card, to allow you access into the venue. Once you're in the venue, you will need pens, you will need a ruler for you to write your exam. Please have them ready. Read all the topics in your study guide for your preparation on multiple choice, filling missing words and true and false statements. Study hard to avoid disappointment. The following student needs to spend time on in preparation for your examination. Types of intelligence, witness preparation process, how you need to prepare your witness for court, how you need to prepare your witness when obtaining evidence from them, note-taking and its purpose, why are police taking notes, surveillance, role of crime analyst, role of informers, statement taking. There are core issues or elements that needs to be taken into consideration when you are taking a statement. There are certain aspects that you need to deal with when you are dealing with informers, because these people are giving you information regarding crime. It's dangerous. They can be killed if somebody finds out that they are the ones who give information. So you need to know the role of informer. Interviews and interrogation processes, you need to know them, because it's through these processes that law enforcement obtain information. Witness support system. How do you support your witnesses? To be a witness in a case is something different and difficult and dangerous, because it might cost your life, so know how those systems operate. Role of the investigative support divisions within the Namibian police. You had the forensic lab, you had Interpol, you had the mortuary, you name it. Those are all agencies that support investigation or support the investigative division police. So you need to know all those. Make sure that your student number is correctly written, if possible, on all the pages of your answer sheet. Write your details as requested on the answer sheet. Write down correct model name and code. It creates confusion if code and name of the model is wrong, as the paper are sent from one tutor to another for marking. As a result of that, a delay in the whole marking process are experienced. If you realize that you are writing on a wrong cover page, please rectify it or inform the evaluator to rectify it, so that you can have the correct subject codes that you are writing on the paper, on the front cover. Read instructions carefully and ensure that you know what is required before you start writing. Read the examination paper first to make sure you understand the instructions and questions. I'm repeating myself. Read the exam paper first to make sure you understand the instructions and questions. Do not dive into writing without reading the entire paper. Students tend to answer wrong questions and lose valuable marks. Answer questions in the correct sequence as they are in the question paper. Don't start, for example, with question 1, 3, 5, then you write 2, 4 at the end of the paper. This is confusing. And if it happens that you do it on that way, please mark them clearly to avoid confusion. What I'm not interested in is that somebody will come and write question 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.6, now 1.4 and 5 and 4 and 5 is squeezed in somewhere else that I don't allow it. So make sure that you leave sufficient space after 1.3 for 1.4 and 1.5. Because when we calculate the marks for the question 1, the total marks, then it's confusing. I calculate what I mark, and then after I already entered that mark, now you find this answer somewhere else squeezed in, and then it's not good. You are not permitted to take any form of notes into the exam room or venue. That can commit or constitutes a criminal offense of fraud, so don't even try it, because your name will be tarnished for the rest of your academic career. Normally at other institutions, I know that if you are fined of this plagiarism, it's always written on your academic record. So wherever you take your academic record, people will see that this one commits an offense, so sorry, you might not be accepted. Plan how much time you will give to each question in order to save time. Plan your time wisely and write as quickly and neatly as possible. This should ensure that you finish on time. Please take the mark allocated for each question into consideration when dealing with the length of your answer. In this one, I'm honest to say that if you are only requested to list something, you just list the required answer. If you are requested to discuss, look at the mark allocation before you discuss 2 pages for something that only requested you to give 5 marks. This will waste your time and you might not finish. That's the importance, that's why we are saying that you need to read the question carefully, because the same question that you dealt with in the assignment might be put differently in the exam paper. Now maybe the question discussed the advantages of investigation in the assignment. Now it comes, or say the question deal of the impact of investigation in your assignment, and it was like 15 marks. Now in the exam, I came and I asked you the advantages of investigation or either the disadvantages of investigation. Now you look at, it was 15 in the assignment, so you wanted to write all the 15 instead of just writing the 7 or 8 for your advantages. As a result, you will be wasting time and you might not finish with your exam, so please read your questions clear and understand them so that you can answer and not waste your time. On that note, we came to the end of our presentation, and I wish you all the best with your studies. And if there is any questions, issues of clarity that needs to be corrected of regard to the presentation or the subject matter, please feel free to contact me on 081-247-4088 or send me an email, katili@legalshield.com.na. I thank you and I wish you all the best.